New Year's resolutions suck. So here's what I'm doing instead. I don't think I've ever met anybody who has completed a New Year's resolution, or at least a meaningful one. So this begs the question, why do we make them? For me, I feel pressure to make one, as it's just a done thing this time of year. Using the calendar year to mark a goal sounds like a good idea. In reality, doing something regularly for a whole year is a massive commitment to drop yourself onto. And often the goals people set are too ambitious. These goals aren't set because you really want to do them, but they are set out of an expectation to conform with others. I haven't set a New Year's resolution in many years, but this year I saw people doing it differently and wanted to try. I have decided to do 2025 bingo. Long story short, you set 25 goals/habits that tend to be smaller and more reasonable than one large one. Or you set 24 if you're using a free space. Your aim is to get bingo by the end of the year, so there is no pressure to do ones that don't work out. The rest of this video will be me showing you how I set up my bingo card, how I chose my goals, and showing you that everyone will have different goals, and there is no need to set up super difficult goals you are unlikely to achieve. First things first, I came up with 25 goals via a list format, which took some thinking as I wanted them to be varied. To help with this, I categorized them to make sure I didn't over-focus in an area. I have seen others come up with 5 areas of their life that they want to improve, then write 5 goals within these areas, but that felt very restrictive to me as I wanted a whole bunch of random ones. I then picked a single goal that I think I could achieve within the first few months of 2025, and that was also super important to me to be my middle space. This space is used in the most bingos and therefore technically more valuable than the other spaces. You can also make this a free space, but by making it a goal I really want to achieve, I am way more motivated to tick the box off. Now I just added the goals onto the bingo sheet. The easiest thing to do is to put the middle space in first, whether that be a free space or an important goal. Next thing is to tackle the order of the goals. If you wanted, you could space out the different categories by hand and put harder goals around the edge, or you can randomize it. The way I randomized it is by numbering the goals 1 to 24 and using the Google random number generator and working left to right, up to down on the bingo sheet. I only moved a couple of spaces as 3 art-based goals ended up being in a line, and I moved one of the harder ones to the outside. Here is the finished bingo card! I have these cute star stickers that I'm going to use to mark off the completed goals. I pinned the card above my PC so I can remind myself of the goals as I am very forgetful. I also made this digital version in Clip Studio Paint as a kind of backup, and it's easier to show in videos. And that's kind of it. For the rest of the video, I want to highlight some of my goals to show you that these goals should be tailored to you. I've seen a lot of people make these with a ton of massive goals that aren't achievable for most people, like going abroad or running a marathon. A lot of these bingo cards shown on social media are full of super impressive goals, but I wanted to show you a more reasonable one. Some extra context before I start this section: I am disabled. I have a chronic illness and multiple disabilities, so my goals may seem super small to the average person, but to me they are a challenge. So here is my bingo sheet. My goals fall into one of 3 types of goal: a time/amount commitment, one-off activity, or trying a skill. I have also set some goals I think I will achieve within the first half of the year to keep me motivated. If they were all end of year goals, you're basically just setting a bunch of mini New Year's resolutions, and the bingo element doesn't really matter. I don't want to spend too much more of your time on this section, as you can just pause the video and read them for yourself if you're interested. I have found making this bingo card a very rewarding experience, as it made me sit down and think about where I would like to see myself by the end of the year. It's also encouraging me to try and make this year a bit better than the one before. If I stick with it and achieve bingo, I know the 5 goals that I would have done will make me feel a little happier. I hope you enjoyed my first long form video. I would love if you liked and subscribed, as I post daily art shorts, and hopefully we'll be creating more long form videos in the future. If you end up making your own bingo card, please tag me in it on social media, as I would love to see what you came up with. Have a great day.